And we are live. Hey guys, this is Rob from RB1S Studios in Marshfield, Massachusetts. And we're going to record episode number 21 here today. It will be dropping in a couple of nights over on YouTube channel. So be sure to get over and check us out over on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and to click the like button if you like our video, and be sure to click on that notifications bell icon to receive notifications of our new videos that are going to be coming up. One of the things we wanted to cover down on is first and foremost here, we've had some changes here at the studios, and some of those changes are going to be a little bit more on the Permanenski side. Regarding schedules and different things, and things like bench time and when we're going to be able to do things like these videos or not. This is episode number 21, and you guys will see this episode coming up on December 12th at 2000, which is 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in the US, and we'll feature a live chat during the video premiere for it. And once the premiere hits, you're going to see this portion of the video anyway, because we do a live, raw, unedited form of video here. Unfortunately, we operate under an M1944 Marine Corps issue recording system here. But looking ahead into the new year 2024, that's going to be changing. So there's going to be a little bit of a transition, a little bit of a lane shift, a little bit of change of track. We're going to have a new engine pulling this train along, so you're going to be quite impressed when it happens. It's going to take some time to get there, but we're going to get there. One of the things is that we cut back last month. Instead of doing 2 videos per month, we only did 1 for November, and then 1 for December, which is coming now. And this will be our last video update for 2023. And then moving ahead into next year, 2024, we're going to follow along with that. We're going to be doing 1 video update per month. And we're also going to be introducing, like we just did yesterday, or actually I should say reintroducing what we've done before, is having a build session. So yesterday, Saturday, the 9th, of December, from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. We hosted a build session here at the studios, and originally it was planned to be a hands-on type of thing, and we had some technical difficulties regarding the video Zoom meeting or something like that we tried to use this time. So we ended up having to move things over to our Telegram channel, which is great, because what ended up happening is, even though we had some technical difficulties, our Telegram channel gained about 4 to 5 new followers, new subscribers. We have a chat group attached to that over on Telegram as well. And between the mishap of technical difficulties and doing that shift over to Telegram, we ended up gaining new subscribers, new followers, and that for us was a plus. RB1S Studios introduced a World War I themed based group build on December 1st, starting this just a few weeks ago. We have quite a few number of people that are starting to join the build. This is a World War I theme build, group build. It's any genre, any scale, and it's limited to, the World War I era, let's say. From like 1914 to 1918. We have guys that are building aircraft, we have guys that are building ships, we have guys that are doing figures, and we got guys that are doing tanks. So, and we have new people coming in every day, and that's great, and we're looking forward to this. We're working this particular group build along with our friends at the Modeling Insanity podcast, Rob Riviezo, Steve Tucci, or Santucci, Rob Adams, and Justin Ryan are all coming to bat for us, and they're helping us promote this group build, which is actually co-hosted, but they're putting it in us in the driver's seat, so I guess we got to test the waters with that and earn our stripes, so to speak, right? But anyway, World War I group build doesn't have an official end date, so it begins on December 1st. We're going to run it right through, and the idea is to create a one-stop shop for all scale modeling for World War I themed projects. And we've had some couple requests to if that could include what if or type like steampunk type stuff in this particular group build. We're going to welcome that. You know, if some of you guys are into that steampunk, that riveted World War I, murky, creepy, dark World War I theme type of builds, it borders on science fiction or something like that. But we'll include that if it's going to get more people to join the group and the group build. And it's just a fun thing for us, and that's the ultimate goal with the group build. So rather than have an end date where we have to build and it stops, we're having a start date, and then it's going to continue on, and the result is going to be a community of scale modeling geared for World War I subjects, whether it's aircraft, ships, figures, armor, trench scenes, whatever have you. It could be a blimp or the Hindenburg or something like that. But anyway, that's where we are with it, and that's where we're going with it, and we're quite happy about that. In fact, we have our entry into the group build is going to be a Meng FT-17, a 35th scale FT-17. We're going to put this across the screen here for you guys, and this is the kit. And this particular kit does not have the full interior, although it does have a driver's compartment. It doesn't have an engine or whatnot. But we're going to build the kit out of box for simplicity reasons. We're going to be building the octagonal type riveted turret with a 37mm gun. We're going to be building it as a U.S. tank in 1918. And actually, incidentally, the kit comes with markings for that. Very simple markings and everything, but the kit provides that. We're kind of sweating that a little bit. We're going to find the correct markings for a U.S. tank in World War I, but the kit has it. The kit also comes with an injection molded trench section with this kit, which is kind of unique because it's like a little mini diorama in the box. But what we're going to do is we're going to put that trench scene base aside, and we're going to focus our attention on building the tank itself, the FT-17, and we're going to set aside that trench section. We'll throw that together later on, and then we're going to do some use it like a paint mule, do some groundwork and type of stuff, and you know, our little version of Uncle Night Shift with the murky water and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to try out some stuff on it first. We don't know if it's going to be thrown against the wall because we hate it, or if it's going to come out as a test bed for some of these groundwork systems that, you know, for instance, like AK terrain features and their diorama products, or some of the newer VMS stuff from Poland, which we have coming in later this week. We've been working together with VMS in Poland, and we're going to be working together with them moving forward as well on some of our promotional department here at RB1S Studios. But that's it. That's the FT-17. That's our entry into the World War I group build. We're definitely looking forward to that. We got a lot of those guys out there are joining up and signing up every day. It's great to have some support from the Modeling Insanity podcast behind it. Some of the guys from the Plastic Posse podcast is starting to join our group build, so that's quite impressive. We wanted to give a shout out to them as well, because, you know, we're all in this together, and it's all part of the community building process. You know, rather than RB1S Studios try to build its own community, we're becoming immersed in the community, and we're becoming part of a broader spectrum. We're just going to be a spoke in the wheel, and we're just going to be creating some of our own content and some of these things to get interest in what we're doing. We're going to be self-promoting ourselves, and then we're also going to be promoting other podcasts, other YouTubers out there, other, you know, modeling tutorials online, and different product lines like AK Interactive or like VMS or Mission Models Paints or something like that. Definitely getting behind some of these things. We're typically armor modelers ourselves, but as the year went along, we started branching out into some other genres of modeling like aircraft or larger scale, 16 scale tank, 48 scale tank, armor. And looking forward into 2024, we're dipping a toe into the Maschinenkrieger or the Mac K realm. In fact, one of the things we wanted to cover down on here today, we were hoping that it would arrive in time, but it didn't get here in time. But we're working together with Lincoln Wright over at Paint on Plastic. He's down in Australia, and he's currently visiting Japan with his family right now. So we did manage to order Volume 2 of the Lincoln Report, which is the Luna Combat. So that's on its way. It's actually here in the United States, and we're just waiting on its delivery. It didn't make it in time for this particular video, but when we get the book, we might cut a small, quick little video for it. I don't know, or we'll roll it into the January episode 22 for 2024. But anyway, yeah, so we're dipping a toe into the Maschinenkrieger or the Mac K genre of modeling. For us, it's something new, something we've known about for a long time, something we've been following for a long time. We've seen some of the guys with the Plastic Posse podcast, like TJ Holler, has been quite active with Maschinenkrieger and all that. In fact, he worked together with Lincoln Wright on this Luna Combat book. We've seen our good buddy Rick Lawler building one of these Maschinenkrieger, and he has done a video for it. And so we're dipping a toe into it, and with Lincoln Wright's new book, Luna Combat, we're going down that rabbit hole. So we have yet to acquire a kit ourselves, but we're trying to find out what the best avenue of approach on that is going to be. And we're going to pick up something that fits us a little bit, as opposed to just jumping on the bandwagon. So we're doing a little bit of research here and there, and we'd like to get into that going into 2024 with some Maschinenkrieger. You'll see some Maschinenkrieger coming out of Red Beach One Studios. But anyway, we wanted to cover down on that. We have a few other things we want to get to here today. Again, this is going to be our last video update for 2023. So we have a little bit more content, or a little bit more ground to cover, because instead of doing 2 videos, we're only doing 1. And this will be the last video, at least we think, between now and, say, Christmas and the holidays. But I think that's where we are. We just wanted to give a quick shout out to the Plastic Posse podcast. We got one of your mugs. So anyway, we have a few other things we wanted to cover down on here today. We've been getting some care packages from AK Interactive. In fact, we've gotten 3 different care packages since the Black Friday deals that they've had going back to just after Thanksgiving. So we did one Black Friday deal. We had a super deal on that, and then we got a list of new products that they had. So we had put in another order, and then when December rolled around, they gave us another list of products and another promo code, and we got some of those new products that have come in since then. In fact, we just got them a couple days ago. So for the last 3 weeks consecutively, we've had 3 different care packages arrive from our good friends from AK Interactive in Spain. All new products, all great stuff, and we're quite ecstatic about it, because they actually sent us an email thanking us for helping promoting some of their products, promoting their Black Friday sale and Cyber Monday sale. So they sent us along an exclusive promo code along with a list of brand new items that they just came out with, including their new acrylic inks, the acrylic inks that they have, and the high pigmentation 3D colors that they have now. They've introduced some new 3rd generation acrylic colors, and one of the sets that we got here was the high pigmentation paints, which is something that we're actually familiar with, high pigmentation and contrast and colors for saturation and whatnot. We're very familiar with that with our day job because we're custom finishers. So we do a lot of work with pigments and finishing and different tones and how to create color. But anyway, we picked that up. We'll get to that in a minute. So we want to back things up a little bit to a previous care package. We got a brand new publication from AK going back probably about 2 weeks now. But this one here is an armor modeling book. It features the Soviets in Berlin, 1945. So it's all Russian subjects, all Soviet subjects. Some very well-known modelers are in this book. This is a great book, guys. It's highly recommended. Some little bit of a historical background. There's color profiles in here. There's numerous different projects from a number of people. There's actually 2 separate projects in here from our good buddy Rick Lawler over at the Propaganda Channel. He's got, if you guys remember, going back probably about a year ago now, but last spring, Rick had done a series of how-to videos for a T-3485 with bed spring armor, and then he did another one later on about an ISU 152. If you guys remember, he had done the tutorials for that on his video channel, and he had posted them up on his Patreon going back a year ago. But anyway, long story short, Rick's projects are in this book, which is great. There's also a great project in here from Krieng Kai, also known as The Art of Panzer. He's from Thailand. We're not quite sure how to pronounce his name correctly, so rather than botch it, we'll just call Art of Panzer is in this book. And our good buddy Ablio from Spain, who works for AK Interactive, he's in this book. So that's quite impressive. And there's a number. This is really a great book, guys. We're quite impressed with it. And it is a perfect companion to Adam Wilder's Layering Techniques books. Even though this book features other modelers, including Rick Lawler, the information and the type of subjects is all Soviet late war stuff. This goes into diorama figures and all kinds of things. But it's a great companion book to follow up with Adam Wilder's Layering Techniques, which is an absolute must-have. So between Soviets in Berlin and Adam Wilder's Layering Techniques book, these are 2 home run books, 2 home run publications from AK, and they're highly recommended. We're going to put that up across the screen. It's Soviets in Berlin, 1945. Guys, check this book out. If you haven't got yourselves a copy of this, get it. Put it on your next order with AK, or try to get it at a local hobby outlet or something like that, because it's definitely recommended, definitely worthwhile getting. And the other thing is that we've been getting some of the other new products. We've got the full line of the acrylic inks. They just arrived a couple days ago. We can't get those across the screen because they're in a separate box and they're not easily accessible, but we do have them. We're going to be putting those out. We're going to be trying them out, and we're going to be using those on some of the upcoming projects fairly soon. But that's where we are with that. We can show you this one that's got a crazy cover on it. It looks like a cartoon, something from like a Scooby-Doo horror movie or something like that. But this is the new 3rd generation acrylics high pigmentation paints. This is the set. It's got a crazy cover on it. We didn't buy it because of the cover. We bought it because of all those colors that are available. Those are high pigmentation, which means that the saturation and the brilliancy of the color is going to be very strong. But these are great paints. We love the 3rd generation acrylics. They brush well, they airbrush well, they clean up well. And in our experience, the high pigmentation colors, especially for figures and miniatures and stuff like that, that's the route to go, because you can blend and mix your colors and create your own, and the high pigmentation will give you a higher contrast with different highlights and low tones, dark tones, light tones, bright tones, all that stuff. So we're quite happy with that. We've been stocking up on some other 3rd generation colors that we didn't have before. For instance, like clear coats, clear colors, and metallic colors, and some of the neon colors. We got a set of those as well, which we don't have in front of us right now, but we definitely want to cover down on that in some upcoming videos and tutorials of our own moving forward. But we can't get to that point until we get StreamYard set up, and once StreamYard is set up on a new machine that we have coming to us, moving into the next year, we're going to give ourselves a little bit of a pause between now and Christmas and New Year's. and we're going to focus more attention on getting to the bench, working on models, getting some pictures up of our work in progress, because you guys have been asking for it, and we definitely want to cover down on that. So we're going to utilize some of that downtime, focus on being at the bench more often, and what that's going to do is it's going to set the pace for what's coming up for next year. And as we ease into 2024 and start headed towards the spring months, I think you're going to see a remarkable change with our video, our quality of video, and quantity of content, which will be a little bit more refined and a lot better. It will be geared more towards the hobby and tutorial type stuff, and less about seeing my mug on this screen, which everyone has been pointing out that the camera angle sucks. But at the first and foremost, this is the best we can do. We've tried to be a little bit more theatrical here today, at least keep you guys entertained to some degree, so when you watch this video you can actually might get a little chuckle out of it. I don't know. But we wanted to have some fun and wrap up and round out the year by doing this video. We've enjoyed doing our videos throughout the year, and we've learned a lot. We've made some improvements along the way, and including that little bullet hole in the screen up there. That's not a background effect. That's actually a bullet hole in the screen. But anyway, at least in theory, right? But that's where we are, and we're quite happy, and we're going to be moving things ahead for Red Beach 1 Studios in the upcoming months, upcoming weeks. We want to point out that Red Beach 1 Studios can be found throughout social media. Our main base of operations is over on Telegram. We have a Telegram channel along with a chat group over there. We've gotten a lot of new subscribers lately, a lot of new people joining it, and for the first time. So we feature a daily blog over there and daily content over there. We put up videos like this. We promote other YouTubers out there like Rick Lawler, like Mike Rinaldi, and different people. We get behind some of the podcasters out there like Plastic Posse Podcast, Modeling Insanity Podcast, and we have some good friends over at the Plastic Model Mojo, which we actually introduced to. They have some new swag coming out. We were helping them out with that and putting them in the right direction. So we're happy to see that they actually have some swag of their own now. So we're going to get behind the Plastic Model Mojo, and some of our other friends over at the Model Geeks podcast, they're doing some great stuff too. So we're definitely taking a step forward, and we like to help promote some of these guys. Some of these guys are giving us shout outs on their podcasts and everything, so that's very helpful to us. And Red Beach 1 Studios can be found on Instagram. In fact, over on Instagram we have a profile over there for Red Beach 1 Studios. That has a greater following than all the other social media platforms combined. We have a strong following over there, and it's become quite helpful in a promotion tool for us and others, especially like new kits coming out or whatever new project is on our bench. If we happen to get a new book or a new product or something like that. So that's been very helpful for us, and that's the direction that Red Beach 1 Studios is going to be moving in. Sometimes it's a slow process. Since ArmorCon, we've had a couple little setbacks here with different things going on, especially with the property here where the studios is located. So we're starting to move past that. It's going to be a couple weeks, a month or two, until after Christmas, after the holidays, after the New Year's. Things will start to iron out. We'll get back on we have to create a new schedule in order to get to where we want to go. We've had to make some adjustments here and there, unfortunately, but we have to do it. In order for us to be successful, we have to make the changes. We have to force ourselves to make some changes, because what ends up happening is that, you know, we keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Nothing is ever going to change. You have to make the conscious decision, even if it's painful or not, to make those changes, make the adjustments, and then pick up and move on. And that's where we're at, and that's where we're going. And we look forward to the next year and seeing you guys come back and checking out our video channel on YouTube. You can find Red Beach One Studios on YouTube also, so be sure to subscribe to our channel over on YouTube and like our videos, and get that notification bell icon clicked so you guys can be updated on when new things come up. You can also find Red Beach One Studios and other social media platforms. Red Beach One Studios is actually over on Pinterest now as well. Although Pinterest is not exactly a social media platform, so to speak, but it is a definitely helpful tool, and doing searches for photographs and ideas, and it's great. It's a great resource tool for referencing, especially with photographs. We've been working together with Martin Kovac from Uncle Night Shift, aka Uncle Night Shift, his Night Shift video channel and his Patreon channel. He's been posting up some photographs of some old buildings and different things like that, old factories and whatnot. He's been doing some work over there on his channel on Patreon, doing facades and brickwork and old buildings and concrete and different things. And we've actually been DMing or direct messaging with Martin over the last few weeks lately, and we've developed a little bit of a friendship with that. And he pointed us in the direction of Pinterest, and he's been helping us out and giving us some good tips on how to run it, how to get the most out of it. But you're welcome to follow us over on Pinterest. We have a profile over there set up as well too. We actually put up some of our work on our facade for the AK interactive Chauvin's facade, so that's over there on our Pinterest, along with some wartime photographs and different things that we like to do over and above the hobby. That's one of the things we wanted to get to today, is that even though we might not be at the bench working on models 24/7, we're engaged with the hobby in some format 24/7, whether it's photograph research, putting up new content, doing promotions, and whatnot. So that's where we are, and we definitely like doing that. We're going to continue to do that, and we're going to be moving things forward and into 2024. We're going to get through the holidays, and then we're going to be back, and we're going to hit the ground running. So guys, this is Rob from Red Beach One Studios. We're going to sign off today. Thanks for watching, and thank you for 2023. We're going to give a huge shout out to everyone for being there and supporting us and following us. And if it wasn't for you guys doing all the responding and giving us some suggestions on how to fix things here and make things improved, it's definitely a little pat on the back to us, because we're starting to see ourselves grow this platform and grow this community and be part of it, you know. So we wanted to thank everyone out there, from the podcasters, the YouTube guys, all the modelers out there we interact with, and the friendships that have been created from it. Some of those friendships go back decades, and others are still fairly new. So we're happy to be part of a great community, and we're doing our share, and we're enthusiastic. And even though we've been knocked down a couple times, have had a couple setbacks here and there, we're crawling ourselves out of that muck and slime, and we're starting to fly. So anyway, all right guys, this is Rob from Red Beach One Studios. We're going to sign off today. Enjoy your week, happy modeling, and let's hit the bench.